I know. Originally named the Ile Notre Dame Circuit, it was built and finalized in 1978 and located in the middle of the St. Lawrence River and are 2.709 miles long. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Gilles Villeneuve for round 1 of season 1 of F1 2018. With that said, qualifying 1 is about to get underway. Right, let's see who's going to be first on track. Okay, some engines firing up. Here we go. Renault going out. Death Seeker. Welcome to all new viewers as well as all our regular viewers. And some of those regular viewers will also notice a couple of new names joining us this season. Okay, the other Renault also going out now. Vino, okay, Muna's going out. Ronald going out. Digitron is going out. Staffy on the outlap. Cameron 2001. And the Gafpeak is going out. Oh, and Dev Seeker aboard at that lap. See if Vino is going to start his hot lap. Yep, and Vino comes around and is about to start his hot lap. Ooh, yellow flag. Okay, all good, all good. And Gavby comes around to start his hot lap as well. And Vet is on his out lap as well as Jay Fernandez. Just boring stuff. Yeah, that's a good start for Renault. Yes, indeed. On the outlap and he had to go back in. But his teammate actually managed to... We'll just see, he comes around now, last sector. See what's that lap like. Yep, he comes round. Oh, somebody's got him. Oh, Wall of Champions did it again. Oh, we got Staffy sitting the fastest time so far at 1 minute 11.6. Oh, there goes Bamuna, a 110.9. And, ooh, Ronald, 109. Here we go, now the lap times are coming. Just on board here with Vino, whose previous lap by the way was a 1:11 before everybody else came in and started putting in some lap times. Okay, we got a yellow flag again. Oh, it's a McLaren there. Yep, okay, he managed to recover and he's on his way again. Okay, here we go, Dev Seeker on another outlap again. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, and Jay Fernandez pulling off to the side. Currently sitting in 4th place. Might be that Jay Fernandez is trying to recover to the pits, going very slow but driving on the side. Ooh. And Ronald's time is still the best time. Looks like Muna's also going slow now. Probably also just trying to get back to the pits. Meantime we got Springbok Gamer on an outlap as well as Cameron and Wise. AD 77. Oh, let's see, his teammate is already out, Thomas. Okay, 11 minutes to go. Ooh! Okay, that might have been just a bad case of some lagging. But I see Monet in 12 standing into night is also actually out of a session. Okay, let's see what 87.7 does. Okay, around the final chicane. Keep it clean. Going for the line. Again, he puts it in 5th place with a 110.5. Just borrowing some money you want to say hello to, by the way, while you giving us some commentary. Oh, and Mr. Majestic comes with a decent time, 1096. Okay, Devon Ellis out on his outlap. Okay, watching, yeah. Ooh, yellow flag again. Okay, it's just a slow moving car. Watching TnB, was he going at it here? Probably on his way back to the pitch. Let's drive on board here with TnB DW. Coming up to the airport now. Approaching final chicane, nice and clean, going for the line, no improvement. So far it is Mr. S2001 and Ronald who's in the 1 minute 9s. TnB DW in a very low 110 as well as TnB Wazi and Bamuna. And we also got Gaffbeak with a low 1 minute 10. Okay, and we've got 8 minutes left in the session. Okay, no. Okay, we got RZDV 2000 on an outlap. Still no time from Devon. Why he's also still in the pit. There we go. Devon Ellis out on track. Let's just stay on board with him for a bit. Round with, here we go, through the final chicane. Plenty of room left from the wall. Going for the line. Okay, and now he comes in with a 1 minute 13.4. Currently that puts him in 14th place. So it's just ooh, looks like some of the guys might be experiencing some connection problems. Oh, Mr. 2000 coming with a 1 minute 9.4 and actually beats the time set by Cameron earlier. Must say, I love this guy's helmet, like a ladybug here. Nice colors of white and red of a Sauber and this bright red ladybug helmet. Pretty nicely done, Rob. Okay, a couple of guys now in the pit. Here we go. Good gap pick trying again. No, not really. He's probably just on his way back in the pit. Ooh, Vino going sideways there. Ooh, oh, there's contact with a wall. Ow. See what Steph is up to. Okay, Springbok Gamer currently in 13th position. See what the judge is up to. Ooh, going very slow. That probably we might have run out of some petrol there. Yep, that car. Yeah, no, definitely not picking up pace. Definitely, that is fuel saving. Obviously, the cruising is on his way there to the pits. Devon made his way to the pits as well. Okay, Easytronics. The other Toro Rosso. Teammate to the gas peak. Okay, here we go, around for fun, around the chicane, onto the home straight. Wow, and gas peak, he just had to. Surely that was some sandbagging there. All of a sudden, 1 minute 9.1. So far we got Gafpeak the first position, RZDV second, Cameron third, and Ronald in fourth. They all done 1 minute 9. Think it's still not a true sign of pace the guys are up to, so we will probably see in the next two sessions a bit more from what the other guys can do. Yeah, a couple of guys also happy with the times they posted. They're retiring from the session, so we'll wait for the next. Yeah, we got TnB F1 out on track. No, coming into the pit. Yo, no, hit the brakes. See anyone else trying? Okay, here we go. Why is out on track as well? Let's just keep an eye on Wise, see what's happening here. Hey, into sector 2 we go. Hey, let's see who else is going, who's trying to improve some times here. Hey, and Nismax is also in the 1 minute 9, 1 minute 9.2. Showing what the Ferrari can do. Okay, Vamuna looks like he's on his way back to the pits. Indeed. He is looking at this time, so everybody in the 1 minute 10 will be safe going through to the next round. Okay, here we go. Nismax. Okay, why he's retired from the session. Okay, TnB DW also happy with his time. He also decided to retire from the session. Well, there's literally like just under a second to go. Here we go. Muna also decided he's done. Nismax coming back into the pit. Yep, and Nismax also decided that he's happy with that time, and so does 8077. TnB Wazi on an outlap. Well, this is going to be interesting. If we'll see what Wazi is going to do here. Hello, Nismax. Let's see, Wazi. Yeah, he's actually coming around. He's going to do one more lap. Let's see what Wazi do here. Let's go on board with Wazi for this lap. Okay, session time officially expired. Just everybody finishing the lap we're busy with. Seems like the only one on a lap at the moment is Wazi. And he decided, no, that's done. Enough is enough. Right. Just waiting for everybody to ready up. Here we go. Right, and from this and after qualifying 1, we lost Devon Ellis, Easytronics, Wise, Monet, and Thomas. Fastest time, definitely Gaff Big V, with Nismax second and Cameron third. Oh no, looks like Wais had some car trouble there. Right, on to qualifying 2. Oh, it looks like Rob also had some trouble. I see he's also out of the session. He actually put a decent time on, but I see he also fell out. Here we go. Devsik again, the first guy to blink and go out. Let's see if it goes better this time for Vereno. Is his teammate going to follow him again? No, we got pink car. Oh no, McLaren's actually going out. The Muna. And then those Force Indias coming out. Cameron actually leading his teammate. Here we go. Right, Gaff Peak is also on the outlap. Clearly pushing there to warm up for his tyres a bit. Okay, here we go. Cameron coming around for hairpin now. Let's see, and Dev Seeker did manage to go around this time and start his outlap. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Okay, now that's gone. Bad lagging way. Let's see. Here we go. Reno coming down the back straight. Yep, coming around the chicane. He's going through to start his hot lap. Ooh, hitting some grass. Oh, but he managed to keep it on track. Nicely done. See what Dev Seeker doing, coming up to the hairpin now. And the judge is also on his outlap. Let's see what time Dev Seeker puts in. Coming around for final chicane now. Whoa, they lost it. Oh no, into the wall, no. Oh my word. Just clipped too much of that curve coming out of the last chicane and lost it around that final corner, onto the home straight, into the barrier. Oof. Okay, carnage has been cleared. In the meantime, I'm going to go as fast as just to be beaten by Cameron. 110.3 so far. But that time is obviously going to drop further as the session continues. Let's see, here comes the other runner now, coming into the final chicane. Onto the home straight. No time set. And Nismax goes fast as 1096. Nice, Nismax. We've got Staffy with a 111 there. AD 77 with a 110. Jonathan Fernandez 1 minute 12. But I'm sure some of these guys will definitely go out another for another lap or two. Still got okay, Gav Peak is back in the pits. We still got Springbok Gamer in the pit. As I'm saying that, he decided to go out. Teammate this season to TnB Wazzy at Merck. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay, Judge is on his hot lap. Of course, teammate this season to TnB DW there at Williams. Okay, Cameron and Muna are back in the pits, so is AD. I think these guys will definitely come out again. 10 minutes to go, definitely. Oh ho ho! Judgy going over track there, onto the grass. So far, this makes the only guy to have set a 1 minute 9 in this session. Judge coming into the pit. Seems like he might have some front wing damage there. Let's see. Here we go. Steffi coming down the back straight. Yeah, he's actually also pitting as well. On board with TnB DW. Coming on to the hairpin. Going for a different strategy here onto the super softs. Obviously trying for a longer first stint come race day. No, and he's actually pitting as well. Oh, almost contact at the pit wall. Yo, nicely done. Nicely saw. Good reflexes. And TnB Wazzy going out now. Okay, and we're waiting for times to be set by Springbok Gamer and Gafpeak. And of course TnB Wazzy who's going out now. Here comes Springbok Gamer onto the home straight. Over the line, and that puts him into ninth at the moment, a 1:11.7. Let's see what Mr. Gafpeak is up to. Okay, going into, yeah, into sector 2. Let's see what's coming up to the hairpin now. Okay, Steffi and Vino on outlaps. 7 minutes to go. Just a little over 7 minutes. Just stay on board here with Gavin as he comes to finish the last section of his lap. Approaching the final chicane. Oh, very close to the World Champions, but he keeps it out onto the home straight finish line, and no time. Let's see what TnB Wazzy is up to. Some adjustments there on the car. Now I think he probably backed out of that because he's going very slowly. Yeah, no, he's just coasting. Okay, probably gonna go now and just gun it for and try again. Round for final chicane we come onto the home straight, nice and clean. There we go, increasing the RPMs. Steffi currently in 6th position. Ronald 7th, Springbok Gamer in 8th, Vino in 9th, and Jay Fernando is 11th, and the judge in 12th. They're all in the 1 minute 11th. And Gafpeak also posted now a time of 1:09, joining Nesmax. Munan is outlap, so currently on a 1 minute 10. Wazzy approaching the hairpin onto the back straight. See what Wazzy can do in this lap. So far the only victim from this session was Dave Seeker with that nasty crash on the home straight. Right, Wazzy coming around for final chicane onto the home straight, nice and tidy. Over the finish line, and he goes fastest. 1:09.5. Nice lap, Wazzy. We're top 4 now. AD 77 now, the other guy in the 1:09. I'm sure those 1:09 guys are safe. Definitely see qualify coming up for them. Daffy with a 1:11. Oh, that's going to be touch and go. And then we basically from position 10 to 13 at the moment, they all quite close with that 1:11. Let's just keep an eye on those guys. Okay, Judge going on his outlap. Vino coming into the pits. Springbok Gamer still in the pits, so is Jay Fernandez. A little under 4 minutes left in this session. Let's see, come Mr. Judge, let's see what you can do. Okay, and Judge coming around. Oh no, my contract, Wall of Champions claims another one. Oh, and he flips it on its roof, right in the chicane, right in the racing line. Oh. Luckily there's not a lot of traffic at the moment, but somebody who might be feeling it is Staffy, but he might just miss all of the carnage. So far we lost Devseeker and the Judge. So I guess we can put the Judge also as with some of the great names who actually fell victim to the Wall of Champions through these years. Sorry Judgy. But just rest assured you actually joined the elite list, but we'll speak more about that later. In other action, let's see who else is trying to improve their times. TnB is out there. Here comes Staffy ZA. Okay, Nismax obviously decided that's perfect, he's through. So he's done for this session. Several guys still sitting in the pit with just under 2 minutes to go. Right, let's just keep an eye on Staffy here, see if he can pick up speed here. No, he's done. They're going very slowly. That will be it. Unless he's just building up for one more. Yeah, and this Max agree. That was actually a good roll he did there. Leave it to Judge. Only Judge know how to do something in style. It was one spectacular roll that. Right, let's see if Staffy's actually got enough for one more lap, or is he actually going into the pits? When that will be in pretty much. Yeah, he's going to pits. He's also done. No more time to go out for another lap. So Staffy will be done. Springbok Gamer will be done. And Jay Fernandez. But so looking at the bottom at the moment, Staffy ZA will be safe. Okay, TnB also decided he had enough. He's through. Save a car for the next session where it really matters. Staffy also realized and he's retiring. Yeah, that's pretty much quality 2. Just got Vino still on track and Vamuna. Let's see what they do. Okay. Going on board here with Vino. Ooh, touching grass. Oh, okay, he keeps it on track. Oh, bit of sideways action there for the hairpin. I just see Muna's actually in front. Let's see what Muna does coming around to the final chicane. Okay, no, Muna decided enough. Okay, batch Muna done. Let's quickly. Oh, okay, Muna also decided they all through. Right, that is quality 2 done and dusted. Just waiting for everybody to get ready and ready up for the next spot. Right, we lost then Springbok Gamer, Jay Fernandez, Vajaj and Dev Seeker. Top 3 for that session was TnB Wazi, Nismax and AD77. And we got Staffy ZA in 10th position, going through to Q3. Right, boys and girls, I think fun and games are about to start. Let's see what happens here in Q3. Right, with that said, Q3 is about to get underway. Let's see if we can do it 3 out of 3 and if Reno gets it underway again. Hey, someone's engine firing up there. Okay, a couple of cars going to come out here. Hey, 3, 4 cars. And it's actually Vamuna that's leading us off here in Q3. Followed by the Gaff Peak. Oh, clearly these guys want to get their times in the quick as possible. And also our track is still quiet. TnB Wazi also going out there. So far we just got Ronald and Vino. Actually Vereno this time is holding back, not going out first. And we got TnB DW also in the pit. Right. Mr. S2001 just warming up some tires there, coming around the airport now. Staffy on the back straight there. Yeah, looks like Staffy is going to be our first guy here to start the hot lap here. Right, let's see what the Alpha can do. And as I said, here comes the other Force India, Ronald going out. And Muna also started his fastest lap. Well, sorry, his hot lap. With AD77 coming around for finals, okay, now to come over and start his. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Okay, that was short last. Right, let's just keep an eye on these guys quickly. Staffy. Right through the 62 chicane. Going now to the hairpin. Okay, here we go, and Vino is also on track now on his outlap. So everybody is now on track. Right, Staffy coming around for final chicane onto the home straight. Coming to the finish line now. Staffy comes in with a 1 minute 10.3. Nice time, but that time will definitely drop as the session proceeds. Okay, here we go. Gaff Peak comes in with a good time as well. A very, very low 1 minute 109.0. Well done, Gaff Peak. And AD77 also with a 19.7. Good time, Gaff Peak, good time. But we're still waiting for some guys like an SMAX, TnB DW and TnB Wazi to come in with their times. And as I said, TnB Wazi come in with a good time, 109.1. Yo, he and Gaff Peak are very close to for that pole position. Man, this is going to be interesting. Staffy coming around the corner again, trying to finish another for a warm lap. 1:10.3 it stays. See other action quickly going on here. Nesmax decided to bail on that and he's back in the pits. And Cameron coming over finish line, going 6 fastest, 114, very slow. I think he backed out of that one. TnB DW, the 110.2. Not bad for a guy that's actually been doing lots of his racing in recent weeks with his racing rig, steering wheel and all. But unfortunately for this race he will have to do it now on the gamepad. Of course, huge adjustments from a steering wheel to a gamepad. But we'll keep an eye on him as the race unfolds. I mean, 100% race distance, anything can happen. Oh yes, for those of you who've been joining us for the first time, TnB races, of course, all of our races here are 100% race distance. Anything can and usually do happen over 100% race distance. Okay, Vino back in the pits. Here comes Cameron again, followed by his teammate. Gavin obviously going into the pits now. Okay, and Cameron follows pursuit. See what the other Force India does. Just a little over 6 minutes to go. For those of you who've joined us watching the feed, feel free to post some comments, share your views on the race, and join in the conversation. Right, Ronald with a 110.07 now in 5th position. Muna 109.2, whoa, also not far off that Gav Peak Wazi battle. Top 3 in with low 1 minute 9s. So far we're just waiting for Nismax to set a time, but he is out on track now. Vigovic coming around for final chicane, onto the home straight. And Nismax do it, 1 minute 9.001. Yo, it's heating up here at the front. The top 4 are very close. With the top 3, yo, it's close. Just under 5 minutes to go. Seems like Cameron might have had some trouble with his car because that was a very slow lap to his standards. It'll be an interesting battle between the Ferrari, the Merc and the Toro Rosso. And a quick, I must say, well done to Force India. The only team who have both their cars in quali 3. Well done, boys. And at the same time, I must also say maybe a possible connection error, because otherwise the Alpha team also would have had both drivers in the final qualifying session. Okay, we got Steffi on the outlap, so we have TnB Wazi and Gav Peak. With things this close, I think Nismax probably will also go out again. Out on track, TnB DW. Just AD77 at the moment in the pits. Here comes Ronald going on the outlap. Here we go, Nismax, here we go, going for his final run. 3 minutes left in the session. At the moment it's only Cameron that's really a bit odd with his time, 1 minute 14, and in the previous qualifying sessions he went a lot faster than that. So I'm sure we can see a much faster lap from him coming now unless something seriously goes wrong. But otherwise we got 1 minute 10s and the 1 minute 9 battles going on here. And if Cameron picks up speed, he probably will be in between those 1 minute 1 10s. So let's just see what happens here with his lap. Okay, approaching the final chicane. Nice and clean. Through. Coming down the home straight, approaching the finish line now. Okay, not sure what's happening with Cameron at the moment. Oh, there you go, TnB F1, the first man to go into the 1 minute 8. 1 minute 8.96. Nicely done, Wazzy. Who's gonna follow pursuit there? Oh, looks like the Muna is done now. Oh, and Gaffby goes 1 minute 8.93. Toro Rosso's on it. Let's just see what the Ferrari can deliver. Approaching the final chicane. Good, nice and tidy onto the home straight. Approaching the start finish line now. No improvement. Again, there we go. Muna decided that's it. That's the end of his qualifying. So far 1 minute 4 with TnB DW the 1095 behind him and AD77 with a 1097. Okay, the Vino will also be done and that's Cameron. Yeah. Cameron is going to 1 minute 10.2, so Cameron did improve his time, but he finishes behind his teammate. Let's see what Nismax can do on his final lap. TnB, why is he done? Can Nismax challenge Gaff Peak for that pole position? Can AD77 surprise everybody here with that house? So see Nismax coming down the home straight, start finish line. And he does it, yay, 1 minute 8.7. Well done, Nismax. Well done. Awesome stuff. Top 3 in the 1 minute 8. Well done, guys, well done. Nicely done, Nismax. Really saved it all for the last moment. Right, here we go. Your top 3 is Nismax, Gaffpeak and Wazzy. Ferrari, Toro Rosso, Merc. One hell of a race waiting for us here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, and to the rest of your grid will be Muna, TnBDW, AD77, Ronald, Vino, Cameron and Staffy. That concludes qualifying 3. Next on, race, and it's all about that start. Right, we're just waiting for everybody to ready up. Ooh, let's see, electronics, everybody just setting up all the timer stuff. Of course, racing strategy, all about a good start and a good strategy. Okay, looks like here we go. Formation lap gets underway. And Staffy can't wait for the guys to pull away, and he takes shortcut on the outside through the grass. Warm up lap here. Wait for the race to pull stunts like that. Ooh, 80 probably touched somebody on his warm up. Yeah, Jonathan probably. Both of them out of a warm up lap. Yeah, TnB, DW definitely on a different strategy compared to these guys. Out on his super software, these other guys are out on hypers. That also, well, sorry, there we go, was is on ultras. Yeah, no, definitely different strategy. Sorry, ultras, not hypers. Definitely the front three, no wonder the times were so much quicker. Definitely on the softer tire. So DW obviously playing the longer game here. Muna also on ultras. Now DW the first of the super soft. Right, just guys coming up around the last corner just to form the grid again for the start. Okay, final cars just lining up. Right, here we go. Watch for the lights. And race one is go! Go, go! And this Brax gets a nice clean getaway. Gafbig behind him. Oh, and this contact. One of the Toro Rossos pushed. Oh, DW might have hit Muna as a result of that. Force India causing some damage there. I'm not sure if it was Cameron or his teammate there, but there was definitely one of the Force Indians came into that first corner a little way too quick. Might be Cam there. Oh, and big Ronald makes contact with a barrier. Bad swing damage. Not a good start for the Force Indians. '87 in 7th position at the moment. Oh, and the Force Indian, the battle zone again. Cameron looking to go at it, but there's maybe a bit too much aggression. And both Force Indians actually stay out. Nesmax with a fast lap, no surprise, leading the race. But at the moment, less than a second gap between him and Gafpeak. And Wazi is just less than a second behind Gafpeak. This is going to be a long 70 laps of these three guys, if it's going to stay like this for the whole race. Muna following pursuit in 4th, and then DW still be in 5th place. Yeah, looks like there is a bit of front wing damage with that first corner contact after he's been pushed into the back of Muna. That car might be handful. Looks like for cars at the moment that's the most difficult to keep on track is for Force India, because both Force India drivers have a hard time. And of course there's also the whole problem about a bit of lagging going down. Meantime, oh, and Devon retires. Oh no, there's our first victim. Oh, and this match goes fastest just with Wazzy to immediately surpass that time. Well done, Wazzy. Okay, we're down to 19 runners left in the race. At the moment we got Ferrari leading and Ferrari also closing the back of the grid. Now I must say, nice to see Jay Fernandez and TnB Wazzy back on track. Of course, some of our regular viewers will know they've been in the commentary box in previous seasons. So both of them decided to exchange their commentary microphones for their racing helmets and suits. So welcome to both of them. Nice to see you guys back on track. Right, at the moment Dave Seeker and Jay Fernandez at the back. Oh, interesting indeed. Is it Tronics going over Thomas there? Go Thomas, just keep it there. Okay, yellow flag again. Oh no! And it's RZDV that's out of the race. And Gavpig now goes with the fastest lap. Okay, and we've lost 2 runners. And we're on lap 4 now. Okay, in Toro Rosso, sorry, but Force India finally into the pit, and Ronald decided no, you need to change his wing. Okay. Monet standing in tonight so far, having a solid race in the 11th position, keeping it clean. And Vino closing up on Springbok Gamer. This can become interesting. TnB DW, bit of a pace at the front, but just bearing in mind, folks, that he's on the harder tyres, so definitely doing the longest stint. And TnB DW does have a reputation of somebody who can really stretch the life out of his tyres. Perhaps might even try to push it for a one-stopper. Oh no, Gavin, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. But a couple of incidents here on Gav's side. Come Gavy, keep it clean, mate. Hey, the judge is running solid in 14th at the moment. It's just driven who's now left the game as well. And the Force Indians, looks like both of them pitted because they're running together again now, 12th and 13th respectively. While he's keeping it together in 10th place after the earlier trouble in qualifying with his car. And Vino keeping Springbok Gamer honest. On Dev Seeker now with a 3-second time penalty. And at the moment he's running in 16th position. Let's see what Vino can do with Springbok Gamer. Coming up around the hairpin. Of course, home service is a DRS zone here. And DRS is available. We of course on lap 5 now. Let's see, and he's staying with Springbok Gamer. Just not enough pace to do something on that straight. Coming down the home straight, second DRS zone. Now I decided not to stay with Springbok Gamer and for fresher air. And with that, he's actually closed up on both of them. So let's see what the Red Bull can do versus the same Renault powered engine in the Renault works car. Ooh, he's fancying his chances. Ooh, I thought better of it. Not giving Springbok Gamer too much of a breather there. Although Vina has to defend from Wais, he's still managing to stay with Springbok Gamer. Oh, that's going to get interesting here. Coming around the hairpin again into this fast DRS zone. All three of them. And Gaffbeek goes with the fastest lap, 1 minute 13.3. And Wais is going on the inside. Vina trying to defend on the outside. And Wais made it stick. He's passed Vino. Wais into 9th position now. And he's going straight for Springbok Gamer. And Monet M12 now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Looking at other battles quickly. AD77 staying with TnB DW. Oh no, Nismax, our race leader, has retired. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Looks like Ian Thomas actually might have made contact there. Thomas is keeping it running in the house, but Nismax is out. Definitely Nismax is out. 5-second stop go penalty now for Vamuna, ignoring a yellow flag. That's obviously where that collision that just happened. Oh no. Sorry there. Oh wow, Nismax was going well there. Unfortunately, one of these things that happened. We'll have to wait after the race to see what happened there, but looking at the damage on Thomas's car, there probably were contact between those two cars. Incident that probably might be looked at after the race. Meantime, Springbok Gamer now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Gaffbeek in the lead now, inherited lead with Nismax retiring. And Vamuna running now in 2nd position, 1 minute and 3 behind him. But with that, TnB Wazi staying with Vamuna. TnBW on the harder tyre still keeping his position with AD77. Right, so far we've got Gaffbeek, Vamuna and Wazi as your top 3. The rest of the top 10 is TnB DW in 4th, AD77, Staffy in 6th, Springbok Gamer 7. We've got Wais in 8th. Vino 9th and Monet M12 in 10th. And with that, Springbok Game is still holding off Wais. Oh, and Easytronics now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, and Wais now going on the inside. Springbok Gamer defending off bravely, coming into the chicane. And Springbok Gamer thought better of it, had to hit the brakes, and Wais made it stick. Into 7th he goes. Vina now basically dropped off from these two, out of DRS now. I can stay with Wais and actually try to retake him in the next DRS zone. Nismax, if you comment what happened there, give us your comments, Vibut. Gap between Muna and Gaffbeek is now... Muna goes into the lead. Oh, in the DRS zone, here comes battle. Gaffbeek has left the session. That can only be connection problems then. Oh no, yeah, that is a connection problem. The curse of the leaders. First retirement from Nismax and now Gavin inheriting the lead after that now. Also looks like connection problems here. Hopefully he can reclaim his car. Muna with another time penalty. 3 seconds this time for multiple warnings. To add with his 5 seconds that he got now for ignoring the yellow flag. Hey, Nismax, I thought as much when I saw actually I caught the back glimpse of that accident and I actually saw him there. I thought as much he tangled with you. Just keep that stuff. We will definitely have a chat after. Gav Peak on AD77 has also overtaken DW now. And Devsika and Mr. 2001 got time penalties now. And we got another yellow flag on track. Okay, now that was just a quick one, luckily. And Springbok Gamer, no, he's falling back from Wise now. Wise looks like, yeah, he's setting off the Staffy now. And winner this time with a 3-second time penalty. And we got Jay Fernandez now. Okay, Muna now pulling away from TnB Waziv. And Springbok Gamer with a 3-second time penalty now. Some of the guys are actually collecting time penalties quite quickly. Niceness, Max, I don't blame you. Go calm the nerves and enjoy it. Take an extra one for my sake as well. Gap now 2.5 seconds between Vamuna and Wazi. AD 11 seconds behind. At the moment it's difficult to say if it's going to be a good solid strategy or just outright pace who's going to win this race. But knowing the DW, what he can do and how he can make tyres last, there's a good chance that he can make something out of that. And we lost Ronald now. Boy, and Vina now goes into 11th position. The judge soon will get that 12th position. Nice judgy, still keeping it solid there. Ooh, another yellow flag. Devsika retired now. Oh, there we go, into, looks like the Wall of Champions, and Easytronics also. Oh, it looked like he might have actually made contact there with Devsika's car there. Oh, TnBDW now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. One of the few guys who didn't get now, he's also on the board. Okay, Gavin's car still there. Not sure, doesn't look like he reclaimed it as yet. Springbok Gamer just now going past him, and another yellow flag. Okay, now that's... Oh, Mornay. Oh, lost his front nose. Oh, here we go. I lost his front wing. Nice recovery to the pits there. Let's see how quick Red Bull can bring that one around. New wing goes on. No, goes for the high push again, looks like. Just looking at that whole incident we just had with Renault going into that Wall of Champions. Of course, the Wall of Champions is how it's known most commonly. Oh, and Wazi gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Monet. Anyway, the Wall of Champions, that's a common name referred to nowadays. And it actually ended the race of many guys in the past. And it actually got some big scalps. If you look at previous world champions, Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Jacques Villeneuve, Jenson Button, They were all victims, and they all had their race ended in previous years when they actually made contact with the Wall of Champions. With Sebastian Vettel actually not as unlucky, but he's also been a victim, but it happened to him in free practice in 2011 when he also hit the Wall of Champions. So for these guys hitting Wall of Champions, guys, you don't need to feel shy about it. You're sharing that feat with some great talented drivers. Oh, 85 seconds top, I was speeding in the pit lane. Okay, coming in a little too hard there. Okay, that hypers, interesting to see. No, actually, it looks like he wasn't ultras. Anyway, yeah. Let's see what's happening. Just get some more information for you guys. 80 looks like he is on the ultra softs now. So far, the only one of the front runners that stopped is Vamuna. A couple of guys. Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. No, it's gone. Oh, there we go, sector 3. Ooh. Okay, now it looks like it's cleared. We down to 14 runners remaining. Ooh, hang on. Oh! Haas and Merck having a nice tussle there. Of course, Springbok came a previous driver at the Haas team. The season featuring for Merck. Merck at the moment solid. Position 1 and 7, some good points here. And was he now 15.1 seconds ahead of TnB DW. Muna 8.7 seconds behind the DW, but of course Muna stopped. DW still on the older tyres, which he started on. See how the remaining Force India is doing. Currently running in 8th position. Why is with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now? It looks like Epic might have regained his car because his car actually looks a lot faster now. But we'll just keep an eye on this as the race progresses. Look at the Toro Rosso. Oh, nice stop. As quick and good as calm as you can be. And Gavpik is on his way again. Here we got Vina now in 8th position, Cameron running in 7th. Oh, this Force India looks like it's a handful today. Fastest lap goes at the moment to Vamuna, a 1:13.2. Nice McLaren. Of course, also the sole remaining McLaren. Let's look at AD77. But it's obviously just to pass a back marker. Oh, no, it's actually not a back marker. Why he's actually worked himself up to 4th. Which is actually going to be a tussle. Oh, why he stays on the inside. AD staying with him out of a corner. Approaching the DRS zone now. Catching some slipstream. Open goes the letterbox. And it's a drag race right to the end. Oh, and why he keeps the inside. Oh, wow. Nicely done, 80. Fortune favors the brave indeed. For a moment it looked like he was going into that wall of champions, but he made it stick through that chicane. Nicely done, 80. Nicely done, mate. 80 now up to 4th place. Ooh, the wheel touching. Now looks, yeah. Oh no, grass was Whistler contact with that barrier. But still he's managing to pull away from where he's... Oh, why he's clipped the barrier. Looked like nothing major. Oh, Gavpik definitely reclaimed his car, because there he goes for fastest lap, 1 minute 12. Welcome back, Gavpik. Now, why he's definitely falling back to 80. But it looks like there might be wing damage. Indeed, he's got some wing damage there. That will obviously affect the handling and make the car slower as well. Will he pit? No, he's going to go around again. He clearly feels he can still handle the car with that current wing. Approaching some back markers now. Watch back marker in the form of the judge. Who's the next car to be lapped by White. The judge now 3 seconds behind Jay Fernandez. On the judge, of course, slowing down to let Wais through. Mr. Clean as always. He will always get out of the way of the faster cars. Well done, Judgy. You just need more back markers like you with your mentality, but. Okay, looks like a lot of times have stabilized. Wazi now having a gap of 17.3 seconds on TnB DW. Meantime, Muna has closed up to TnB DW. 1 minute the gap now. But of course, Muna's on the fresher rubber now. And of course, also if you can look at the statistics there, Muna's also on the softer tire. But talk about stretching tires, TnB Wazi managed to actually pull these tires also. He and DW both started on their tires. And they actually one of, from the remaining drivers, they only one of 5 who didn't stop. 5 drivers who didn't stop yet. Wazi, DW, Wais, Springbok Game and Judge. So DW and Wazi pushing those tires as far as they can. Wazi going on to another lap, still not stopping. It's definitely now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, and DW actually retakes that position. Nice pass, DRS zone. Over all the tires and he actually makes it sticking, but Muna's right on him. Coming down into the first corner, DW's got it. He's at the moment still staying in 2nd position. Well done, DW. But of course, as this continues to happen, these two keeping each other busy, of course, Wazi will just manage to create a bigger gap. Okay, and we just lost Thomas. I'm not sure if that is intentional or just a connection problem. His car's still in the race. If it's a connection, he might be also lucky like Gavpik to reclaim his car. Ooh, the judge now much closer to Jay Fernandez. Yeah, there is the Ferrari in sight. Of course, with Jay Fernandez now the sole remaining Ferrari. Ooh, and here comes Gaffbeek now to lap. So that will just temporarily put Judge back to Jonathan for now, because obviously he would have slowed down to let Gaff come through. And here comes Staffy as well. Staffy, the next car to make a move. And yeah, and Judge also slows down for him. Judge will never really take on any front runners there. Muna with another 3-second time penalty. To go with another and his penalty of earlier. Thanks for the shout out there, Sean. You did try. It was a good race. Unfortunately, Wall of Champions did take you, but as I said earlier, you can actually be proud. You share that with a lot of big names, the like of a great Schumacher, Damon Hill, even Jacques Villeneuve. I mean, we all know the track is named after his dad. Even he's been a victim of a Wall of Champions. Tough luck, mate. Of course, it's only the first race. There's still a couple left in the season. Next time you'll bounce back. Take it easy. Okay, now Judge he's fallen back with some distance now. 8 seconds to Jonathan. So I'll just have to rework and do all that hard work and just redo it. Monet, he's still some distance over. Top 10 is nicely balanced. Close to each other, except we're at the front where Waz is already 20 seconds in front of DW. Muna staying on DW, but DW is making it hard. Wow, that Williams seems a very wide car at the moment. I'm sure the stewards would want to measure that car at the end. Nice driving, DW. New and softer tires. Muna just has got a hard time. Here we go down the back straight. Muna should get. Yeah, there we go. Letterbox popping open. DW playing it on the inside. There, even with DRS, nice driving DW. Nice clean defending. Just reminding Muna, if you want to come past Boot, you're gonna have to do something better than that. But don't do it just hastily. We're now on lap 25. And just to remind all of you, there Wazi and DW still didn't stop us yet. But so did the Judge and Springwood Gamer also not, and Wise. 5 of them really stretching those tires. Ooh, Muna sideways. That also doesn't do wonders on the tires. Wazi almost now with a pit stop pretty much in hand. Ooh, yeah, thanks for that, Dirkie. Yeah, you're right. Actually, as it is, it became very gloomy in the last minutes, and I actually started noticing some raindrops coming down. This is about to get very interesting. And this can also be why Wazi and the guys are actually been pushing those tires as much as they did. Because of course when they've got the extra pit stop. And in Wazi's case he also got that pit stop time when he's created. Looks like we're not going sideways again, but that can also be a bit of lag. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to see anybody stopping now. They will push it till the last moment because next stop will be most probably Inters. Wow, 26 laps. Well, guys, well done. Okay, we still got Vino V in 9th position, sole remaining Renault. So far it looks like just like Red Bull and Mercedes who got 2 cars remaining. Oh, and Williams of course as well, TnB DW and the Judge. Rain started to come down a bit more now. AD77 still going strong there, currently in 4th position. Man that sounded very, let's call it, nervous before the race. And yet, if you look at him, he's been driving like he's been doing it forever. Okay, looks like Thomas is back in it, so now if he can reclaim his car, he can of course just resume. And here we go, Judgy is back with, oh no, SSA is back with Jay Fernandez, he's without a wing. Oh, definitely gonna put, and that's gonna be a bad time. Because it's just a little too quick for the Inters. And of course going out on softs now, it's gonna be a lap or two, then he's gonna have to stop again. Not a good time for him. Yeah, I thought he might be doing it. No, Judge. Whoa, nicely kept out of a wall, mate. Trying to rather just stay out. Oh, nicely avoided. Thought you might just go another lap without a wing just to try to keep on the tires a little bit longer. Oh, why he's now with another 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Gavin, of course, working himself back up to 6th position now. Of course, after first place, and he lost of connection power actually claimed him. Muna, wow, actually took out some time out of Wazi. Gap is now down to 17 seconds. Muna now after he got past Vet, he's actually flying. Gav Peak now under 3 seconds behind Wais. Of course, Wais showed some good skills earlier with getting past Springbok Gamer and the Renault. So we'll see how his defending goes when Gav Peak comes up to him. Of course, now with the track getting more and more wet, it's going to become more challenging. Gav Peak now less than 2 seconds, under 1.5 seconds in fact. We got another yellow flag. Oh, and it's Haas going slow. Okay, but that's Thomas. Thomas then reclaimed his car. Yes, hello to you, Mr. Hampson. Yes, Monet is actually one of our reserve drivers for this season. So, of course, if we don't see any of our regular lineups, we will see him hopefully more this season. But yes, like you say, nice to see him in one of the cars. Gap down to first and second now, 15.9. Oh, and another yellow flag. Probably at the back. No, Thomas is actually not the guilty one here. Going very slow, but staying out of the way. Gav Peak now ahead of Wais. Oh, and Muna with another time penalty. Yo, someone he needs to watch on that. Of course, you can only take that many penalties. Gav Peak actually, no, that gap is 14 seconds. It's probably that why he's actually slowed down or pitted or made a mistake. No, no, sorry, my bad. It's 2.3 seconds, so he did pass him, but Gav Peak definitely flying. It doesn't look like the conditions at the moment are giving him a bit of too much of a headache. Gav Peak now 13 seconds behind AD77. And the gap in the front also picked up a bit. Wazi managed to open up a little bit to Muna. Oh, and Thomas going slow. Oh, and there's Force India as well. Cameron with a 5-second stop go penalty for corner cutting. I think those two might have gotten together. We'll just have to wait to see after the race, but they both went very slowly. Thomas, of course, is one of the debutants here, driving his first race for TnB. I think he must just take somewhere. We just need to remind him a little bit about blue flags, of course, and letting the faster guys come through. DRS disabled now. Track is really wet, so we're going to definitely see some guys coming into the pit. And as we're saying it, McLaren into the pit. Springbok Gamer now with a 3-second penalty. Amuna goes on to the Inters. TnB DW also in Inters. Of course, Wazi still to come in. Monet now with a 5-second penalty. Oh, look at that lag. Muna looking like he's going sideways again. AD77 coming in for his stop. Gav Peak now also in. Oh, that gap was now 13 seconds. They're right next with each other out of the pit. Jay Fernandez now with another 3-second penalty. Gav Peak can smell this gap. He can smell that 4th place now. Because, ooh. And in comes TnB Wazi. Mr. 96. Oh, and also a wing replacement. Release, here we go. Let's see what the times are like after the pit stops. Sounds like with Merck sounds like a bit slow. Why he's with another 3-second penalty. Okay, Wazi managed to come in front of Muna. Gap down to 3 seconds now after that round of pit stops. Vino with a 3-second penalty now for multiple warnings. Hey, Wazi now on it again. Gap extended to 5.4. TnB DW only 10 seconds of this battle. Gav Peak 21 seconds behind Gav Peak. AD staying with Gav Peak for a moment. Not gonna get Gav Peak get away that quickly. Of course, with a bit of rain falling, it also changed things. Oh, Staffy now with 5-second stop go penalty. Oh, he's gonna have to come in for a pitch. Looks like he and Cameron collided, and he gained from that. Oh, and Cameron going slow. Ooh, some of the guys now making contact with each other. Some of the guys feeling lonely. They can't keep each other. They can't keep hands of each other. Lots of contact happening. Ooh, that Force India. But then again, we said it well race so far. Car looks like it's a handful to drive. Cameron now fell back to 10th position. Looks like there's definitely something wrong with that car. Going very slow again. Yeah, it looks like he might be missing some of his front wing there. Yeah, indeed. In plates on the right hand side is missing. Okay, coming down the back straight now. Surely you should put. Yep, and in comes Cameron. Steffi in the sole remaining Alpha. Currently in 9th position. Chasing down Springbok Gamer now. Who's just behind Wise. Of course, these guys had a battle earlier when Wise overtook him and Vereno. And of course, brilliant defensive driving to keep the position. Oh, Springbok Gamer with a nice lock up there into the hairpin. That would not help him close up on Wise. Oh, several 3-second time penalties coming up there. Steffi now approaching Springbok Gamer, and up front the gap is now under 5 seconds. And we got another yellow flag. Oh no, and Monet retired from the session. Jay Fernandez being led by the Haas, which can only be, of course, AD. Of course, Thomas is behind him. Oh, and another time penalty for Muna. So, on lap 35, also, of course, midway through this race, your top three are still TnB Wazi, Muna in second, and TnB DW in third. Running off the top 10, of course, in fourth is Gavpeak, AD 77, with Vino in 6, Wais Springbok Game in 8, of course in Staffy, and Cameron taking the last points paying position as it is. Of course, Jonathan Fernandez still some way off Cameron at the moment, but then again anything can happen. Oh, and that's nice avoiding driving. The judge is keeping it clean and steady. Of course, once you overtake that position with Monet, that will promote him to the 12th position. And the gap between Springbok Gamer and Staffy now stabilized as well. Springbok Gamer keeping his distance. Staffy not really gaining at the moment. No real battles at the moment. Even the gap in the front now have actually opened up again. Now up to 8 seconds. And DW also gained on Muna. Probably error away from Muna. Oh no, Muna, Wall of Champions, did it again. TnB DW now up to 2nd position, which will also promote Gavpeak to 3rd position. Oh, tough luck Muna. Oh no, that's also spun. Which I assume will be Thomas. Yep, somewhat. That doesn't sound so well. Yeah, it's not really pushing it, going slow. Ooh, what a lockup. Vinner now promoted to 5th position. Wyson will be, yeah, there we go. Why is now in 6th position. And Gaffbeek back in the top 3. Springbok Gamer now with another 3-second time penalty. Okay, so we down to 13 runners. Oh no, why he's now left the session. No. It seems also like a possible disconnect, yeah. Cameron retired. Oh, Mr. 2000. Mr. 2001 also out of a race. Yo, Cameron. Oh, no, yo, now the guys are dropping. The fatality rate is increasing here big time. Staffy now into 7th position. Close down actually, yeah, Springbok Gamer did gain. Staffy now looks like staying with Springbok Gamer this time. See what if he can make it stick this time. And line him up for a possible pass. Oi. Let's see. Jay Fernandez now moving up to 9th position with that. The judge now will actually go into the points. Must just clean and steady. And another yellow flag. Oh, Thomas again. That ass is also now becoming a handful. Ozzy now definitely with pit stop up in his pocket. 22.1 seconds ahead of TnB DW. He's also keeping his gap to Gaffbeek. Gaffbeek is not really gaining, but he's also getting away from AD77. Another yellow flag. Ooh, conditions are not easy at the moment. No, why is his car still coasting? Still not able back. Vinner's actually, yeah, he's been a handful in qualifying. Yes, and he had a bit of misfortune, but he kept it solid and he's actually sitting in 5th position at the moment. Well done, Vinner. Staffy now falling back a bit to Springbok Gamer again. Yeah, Springbok Gamer keeping his gap to Staffy now. There we go. The judge now officially in 10th position. All pans out here, Thomas will get 11th. Out of 20 starters, we're down to 11 runners. And we at the moment on lap 41 out of 70. It would be nice if the rain actually stopped now. Another round of pit stops and some interesting things to come. Oh, and here we go, another yellow flag. Yeah, and it is Thomas again. Definitely battling to keep that car on track in the wet weather. Okay, and the gap, but Gappic actually closed the gap a bit to TnB. Of course, after this one, another 28 laps to go. AD 77 just coming to lap Waisa's car, that's still just floating around. Once that is been sorted, Jay Fernandez will get 8th position and the judge will move up to 9th. Both of them actually running now by themselves. Of course, another interesting fact about the Canadian Grand Prix is that most people don't even realize, but going back to 2005, this was actually the most watched F1 Grand Prix in the world, and it was actually the third most watched sporting event worldwide, far actually just behind the Super Bowl, which was obviously the most popular that year, and then of course the UEFA final. So for a race like this to be the third most popular, that's quite some interesting stuff. But of course the Canadian Grand Prix has always delivered some interesting races throughout the years. And it's actually got an 80% rate when it comes to safety cars. So far so good. Yes, we had some incidents, but luckily no safety cars tonight. Down to, yeah, another yellow flag. Or of course, luckily just a short one again. There we go. Judgy still in 10th for Fernandez in 9th. Of course, coming up to Waisa's ghosting car. Didn't see why he's come back as yet reclaiming that car, so yeah, still ghosting. Riding with Gappic, and the gap to TnB has reduced again. And Wazi extended the gap to TnB. Was riding on board a bit with TnB. Of course, coming around to lap Springbok Gamer. Oh, and then another yellow flag. Of course, it's most probably guys just spinning around the corners, battling to find that grip. Because conditions is tricky at the moment. As you can see, riding on board with TnB, not really wait for wet tires. Just very slippery type track. Not really wet with water, but it's just very slippery. Okay, Springbok Gamer now will get the blue flags to move over. Probably will do so just after the hairpin. Okay, going a bit wide out of a corner. Yeah, and here we go. Allows DW to come through. But again, Gappic has gained some time on TnB. Staffy now has fallen further back to Springbok Gamer. Yes, he made up a little bit of time there for with Springbok Gamer slowing down for DW to come past, but gap is more than 2 seconds. Earlier on it was way under a second. Oh, and Springbok Gamer goes with another 3-second time penalty. So far we got Haas, Mercedes and Williams with 2 cars left. Everyone else is just 1 car, of course, with McLaren losing both their cars. And of course both Force Indias are also out. Okay, and Gafpeak managed to take more time out of TnB DW. Gap is down to 6.4. But of course, as the saying goes, it's one thing to catch a guy, it's another to pass him. And DW earlier in the race did make it difficult for Muna to pass him. He eventually did, but Muna had to work very hard. Okay, no real battles at the moment. What's funny, Jay Fernandez and the judge are not really gaining on that ghost from Waze. Looks like Waze might have been reclaimed his car. I was just gonna look here. Oh, and the judge now with a 3-second time penalty. No, it looks like that car might actually still be ghosting. Thomas now down 4 laps on the race leaders. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, debutant, of course, new to this, so of course with time everybody will improve, so we just need to afford him some time to get used to this. And of course some wet weather in your first race, of course nothing like a baptism of fire. Oh, Staffy is actually back with Springbok Gamer. Maybe some mistake somewhere from Springbok Gamer, but he let Staffy get right back into it. To see how this one's going to pan out. And meantime up front, Gafpeak's got the gap down to 4.5 seconds now to TnB DW. Staffy having a look, but he's still some margin away. Around final chicane to the home straight. Nah, not close enough to try to make a move into turn 1. Ooh, and Springbok Gamer makes a mistake there. Can Staffy capitalize? Coming down. Oh, Staffy thought about it, but actually thought better of it. Now just to make it happen again, just to rebuild on that. Do it all over again to make sure that he just stays with Springbok Gamer and wait for that opportunity to come. Okay, now front now the gap is down to 3.7 between Peak and TnB DW. Wazi of course still 26 seconds ahead of DW. And AD 77 36 seconds behind Peak. Ooh, here we go, Staffy coming up again. Here we go, final chicane onto the home straight. Will Staffy stay with him this time? Answer is no. Springbok Gamer actually pulled a bit of a gap there, and this time he keeps it clean through that first sequence of corners. And the gap in the front just keeps coming down. Peak now definitely got DW in his sights. Right, Peak now 2 seconds. Okay, gap not coming down, but not as fast at one stage. So DW managed to stabilize a bit, because Wazi in the front gained actually pulled a bit more on DW. Gap now 28 seconds. And Adrian now 40 seconds behind Peak. But as I mentioned at Peak, all of a sudden now Gap is under 2 seconds behind DW. Staffy and the Springbok Gamer gap is now stabilized around about the 1 second mark. Let's see, Peak 1.5 seconds. Down on the back straight, here we go. Ooh, some wreckage lying on the side of the road there. Riding on board with Peak. Of course, DW now going around the ghost of Wais. Definitely there's for confirmation that car's definitely still ghosting. And Gavin will just go through him. 1.3 seconds now the gap. This might be the only battle for now. With after this lap another 19 to go. Ooh, DW hit the grass there, but luckily he keeps it on the track. No real issue, but that would have cost him some time. Gap now under a second. Just a quick reminder to everybody that Peak at one stage were leading the race after he inherited the race lead from Nesmax, who crashed with a back marker. But literally a lap or two later, disconnecting cost him, and he actually fell all the way back to 10th place. When he reclaimed his car, and he actually drove himself back into contention from 10th position. Brilliant. But of course now, as I said earlier, it's one thing to catch somebody, but to pass him, and DW is not the easiest to pass. Gavin now touching grassway, but keeping it on track. Ooh, we know with a 3 second time penalty now. Approaching yellow flag zone, but luckily it's just a short last. Last thing we want now, oh, and it's Thomas again going slow. Last thing we want now is him to get in the way of these two, because here's a battle shaping up. Gap now of just 0.6 seconds. Gavpik is notorious for being a little bit more aggressive. We'll just see how long he can stay patient. Just waiting for that moment. But on the other hand, TW is also an experienced driver. Nice judge getting out of the way there from both of them, saying he definitely don't want a piece of this, so he can go and sort themselves out. TW getting away a bit there. On the straight line he's definitely got for speed there. Into the final chicane. Onto the home straight, and Gavin gained through that chicane, right on it. 0.2 seconds coming down over the start finish line into the first corner. Oh, Gavin have a sniff. No! Almost. DW getting away from Gavin again. Now Gavin just need to keep it, you just need to be patient, build up again. You would have lost some momentum going into that corner. But into these tight corners looks like he definitely got the better pace. Anyone else who's got some weather reports, please give me a shout. But it seems like the rain might have been stopped, but still a bit wet track at the moment. Come around for hairpin. Yeah, track seems drier now. Yeah, TW managed to get away from Gavpik on the straights, definitely. But of course, out of the chicane, Gavpik is quick. Gap between Staffy and Springbok game at the moment is still at that 1 second mark. Was he now 29 seconds ahead of these two? Just want to see what modes these guys run. Gavpik looks like he's in low areas. Okay, here we go, into the hairpin one more time, into the back straight. It looks like the areas are still low. Yeah, GW's he's on overtake. Using a polish areas. Oh, and he comes into the pits. So does Gavpik, obviously tyre change now. Interesting now who's going to go on which tyre. Probably by marks. Oh, DW got the go out. Yeah, Hypersoft for Gavpik. No, he's standing still here. He's losing time. Oh, what happened there, Toro Rosso? Standing still for so long. Gavpik out on Hyper. I think DW is also on Hypersoft. Yep, indeed. Right, both on the dry tyres now. Gap actually now just under 8 seconds. Gavpik who lost our big time there with the car being stationary. DW had a blinder. Hit his blocks nicely, tyres on, and as Gavpik basically stopped, he drove off already. Nicely done, Williams. Definitely one of the pit stops of the race. Kawazi then into the pits, coming on to change over to the, yeah, he's also going out here. It seems to be Ultras. Yeah, Wazi's out on Ultra Softs. another 15 laps remaining, so Ultrasoft will definitely see him through to the end of the race. Unless we have, of course, change again. Gap now down to the gap now down to 7 seconds again. DW, oh, Gap is coming down. Gap is flying. Definitely making up for that long stop. Gap now 6.1 he's got a nice 18.7 second gap over TnB DW. 41 seconds behind for 2. Winner running strong, we're still in 5th position. Springbok Gamer pulled away. Of course, after the last pit stops and everything now sorted themselves out. Gap between Springbok Gamer and Staffy is 8 seconds. Just keep an eye on this front battle because the gap keeps closing. Peak has got the gap down now to 5.3 seconds. Winner with a 5 second stop go, ignoring blue flags. Of course, didn't really see those those front runners coming up. Of course, he would have costed him a little bit of time, but it does look like it's too major for Gav Peak. Let's see, 5.1 seconds, a little bit stable now. DW is keeping it there. But as I say, Gav Peak responds again. We're approaching a very interesting closing laps here. 13 laps remaining. Roger, of course, now on lap 58 of 70. Gafbig really ringing the neck of a Toro Rosso, and as I say it, he crossed the line with a 1 minute 12.3 for the fastest lap of the race so far. We got yellows out again. Springbok Gamer and Staffy, that gap now also down 5.6. TnB DW also closing the gap a bit to Wazi, that gap is now under 18 seconds. Both the Staffy, Springbok Gamer and the DW gaps are now under 5 seconds. Those might be the closest battles towards the end of this race. Gafbig is really pushing that Toro Rosso. Yep, and another faster lap, 1:11.9. And that gap now is under 3 seconds. With yellow flags out again. The Staffy Springbok Gamer gap is now down to 3.6 seconds. Otherwise he pulled away a bit from DW. Seems like DW might have made a small mistake there. As Gafby gained on him and Wazi pulled away from him. With the gap stabilized again up to 3.1 seconds. But Gafby also just a few corners ago took a bit too much out of a corner that would have also cost him some time. And Wazi responds with the fastest lap on those ultra softs. Nicely done, Wazi. Low 1:11. Man running currently a very lonely almost first position. Only had some action in the beginning. But with Nismax retiring and Gafpeak disconnecting, pretty much became a lonely, boring race for him. Well, maybe not as boring, but definitely lonely. And Thomas coming into the pits. Oh, he's been on Inters for the last couple of laps, no wonder. Oh, and he goes for super softs. Not sure if he might not have some softer tyres available, but definitely only 11 laps remaining, so one of the softer tyres would have been a better option. But of course, as mentioned earlier, someone who's still learning a lot about racing. While he's still coasting around. Judge and Jay Fernandez still sorted in 10th and 9th respectively. TnB DW keeping his gap now at the 3 second to Gavin, nice control. Staffy and Springbok Gamer gap now down to 1.4. Can Staffy do something now on the dry tyres where he failed to do on the Inters earlier? Staffy coming down the back straight and he's gaining even more on Springbok Gamer. Oh no, AD77 retired from the race and he had a solid 4th position. Some distance behind Gafpeak, but he was more than 30 seconds ahead of Vino. No, AD. And there he goes for a Haas. And of Thomas, well, Thomas will eventually inherit 10th position, so it's 1 point for the Haas. Oh, Staffy now under a second behind Springbok Gamer. DW big gap under 3 seconds. Big lock up from Springbok Gamer, but he managed to make it around the corner. Gap is still just under a second. Staff probably, yeah, and Staff still get DRS, which will also help him to pull up. Of course, double DRS zone here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. But as I said, Staffy gets another 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. Just maybe why he must just watch his corners a little bit more. Eight laps remaining. Oh, Gafpeak just closed that gap with some margin. It's now less than 1.8 seconds. Staffy 0.5 behind Springbok Gamer. Can he be patient? Can he do something about it? Let's just patiently get closer to Springbok Gamer and then at the right time bounce and take that position. Of course, both of them just been promoted with one place with AD77 retiring from the race. Of course, out of 20 starters now, we lost exactly 50%. Only the 10 cars remaining. Only Mercedes and Williams that's got both their cars still in this race. At the moment, one of those Williams on the podium. Staffy now right up to Springbok Gamer. Ooh, this is gonna be close. Just be careful of that front wing there. Yeah, Staff still staying with Springbok Gamer, that Gafpeak DW battle now down to 1.3 seconds. Let's see if Staffy can make something happen here. Now double DRS zone. Chicane approaching. Right on Springbok Gamer. Springbok Gamer now this time with a 3-second time penalty. Last time around it was the other way around. But Staffy just can't get enough out of that second just to make it count. Fastest lap TnB was in now 1:11.0. Gap to the EW is now 21 seconds. We're down to 6 laps remaining. Gaff Peak seems just now into the DRS zone. Yep, gap is just under a second. And Vino with another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Gavin now closing right on the back of DW. Right, going at the first split into the second sector, DRS zone. Open goes for letterbox. But no, Gavin can't make it. No, not this time around at least. Staffy ZA again with a 3-second time penalty. Of course, he and Springbok Gamer has been pushing each other there for the last couple of laps. Both those two battles are now at the half-a-second mark. Oh, and Wazi now go for a 3-second time penalty. Of course, I must remind everybody. Oh, Gavin! Way there, but it might also be lag because it looks like he went straight into that barrier and then just quickly recovered and he's back onto DW as if nothing happened. And as I say, he takes it. Oh, and he runs wide! And he almost takes out DW. Nicely done race, gentlemen. Nicely done DW to keep it away from him, but yo, that was close. It's like he saw his gap and he wanted to take it and he went too deep and he came in too hot. He ran wide. I mentioned it earlier, it's just how long can Gaff Peak stay patient enough to wait for the right time and not to just dive bomb or push it into on the inside corner of DW. Now ever so close coming up to the hairpin, of course, for first of a double DRS zone coming up. Of course, as I was trying to say earlier, just a reminder to everybody, race rules are on strict corner cutting, so that's why it seems like people are getting a lot of penalties. So, which means they will just touch the apex too much and it's a penalty. Gaff Peak now right on DW again. DRS coming into the first corner. Nah, first time he thought better of it. Was he now on lap 67 out of 70? Oh, and Staffy also right on the back of Springbok Gamer now. Just quickly cutting away from those two. Let's see what Staffy can do into the hairpin. Oh, jump back Marcus, but luckily not too much. Might just distract him a little bit. Now, and Staffy will have to try again. But with the back Marcus now, that cost him some time. He's actually now more than a second there behind again. Meantime, back in the front, Gaff Peak is still staying on DW. Now Gavin sticking to DW like hot toffee to your mustache. Lining him up again, first corner, and again he dives on the inside. Again a little bit wide. And this time he makes it stick. First time Gaff Peak pulls it off and he takes the second place. Can DW retaliate? But of course DW more sensible, not as aggressive. Of course, not enough time left for Gaffpeak to go afterwards. It's now just about these two seeing it out. Meantime, Staffy is back under second to Springbok Gamer. Of course, just with 3 laps to go, just to remind everybody, of course, so far this race throughout the years, the one person that have the most race wins here is still Michael Schumacher on 7 wins. But of course now in recent years Lewis Hamilton had a very good run. And here we go, DW, and DW claims it back. Well done, DW, that was awesome stuff. DRS zone on the outside, better racing line through the chicane. Well done, DW. Sensible racing, no aggressive funny moves. Nicely done. Anyway, coming back to Lewis Hamilton, in recent years he's been dominating this track. He's now up to 6 wins, just one behind the great Michael. If you think about it, Schumacher 7 and him on 6. The only other racer close to them is Nelson Piquet, and he's only on 3 wins. So by some margin that those two have been dominating this track. Of course, the constructors that's been most successful here has been Ferrari, although it might tend to look more like Merc in recent years, but overall the most wins for a constructor has been with Ferrari, 14 wins. And then of course, Gaffpeak makes a terrible mistake, and that's going to cost him some valuable time. That should, that will seal his fate in 3rd position. GW will definitely just hang on for this last lap, keep it clean to keep that 2nd position. Yeah, 4 seconds. I think now that's going to be a bit too much for Gaffpeak to chase down the last lap. Staffy and Springbok Gamer, we still at the half a second margin. Of course, Judge now up in 8th, Fernandez now in 7th with that retirement of 80. Staffy is trying, and let's just have a look at Wazi. Of course, now down on the back straight. Just the chicane to go, and then it will be sweet victory for him. There we go, around the final corner. Weaving left and right, approaching the finish line, and off we go. Nicely done, TnB was. He's waiting for TnB DW to come over, coming through the chicane now. 2nd position, well fought, nice strategy, slower tire in the start. Never gave up on Gaffpeak, stayed with Gaffpeak, kept it clean. Nicely done, DW, nice, cool and collective. Gaffpeak, of course, now finish it in 3rd. Vino coming back in 4th. Staffy in the end did get that position, but of course that will be as a result of all the time penalties now playing out. So Staffy finished in 5th, Springbok Gamer in 6th. Just waiting for Mr. Fernandez to come. He will bring his Ferrari back in 7th position. With a Judge coming now over to bring his Williams in 8th place. Well done, gentlemen. Let's see if we can get some guys here to get some comments and stuff for you. Waiting for the podium to finish. After race stuff. Right, we're just waiting for the last bit. Here we go. Yes, and we entered was Mercedes and Williams, the only two teams that could bring back both cars. Well done, chaps. Right, just waiting for the other guys to come over. Just waiting for our first and third place guys. I've got DW here, second place guy. Just waiting for the rest of the guys to join us.
How was your first comms? Did you enjoy it?
Definitely enjoyed that. You actually had a spectacular race. Well done there, keeping it and never giving up on Gav, because I think he thought he had it there.
Yeah, no, I had a busy race from dodging guys, from lapping guys, from overtaking guys, from people overtaking me. I had all in one.
Here we go. Rest of the guys just joined us here. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
What's up, Wazzy?
Mr. Gabby.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Starting with you, Ozzy, start of a race very close with you, Nismax and Gaspik there. Yeah, you guys look like you're going to have a tough one. It's going to be almost like exchanging positions. But then, of course, the crash and then the disconnecting with Gav after he inherited the first position, all of a sudden it became a bit of a lonely race for you. How did it go? How was it from your point of view?
It was tough. It wasn't easy. At the start there, just tried to keep my nose clean. Just stuck behind Gav and Nismax, but they started inching away a little bit. They had good pace, but I thought, with the right strategy, you can always get ahead of them later on. And with lap cars and things like that, the race is long. So I stayed put, and then I think it was in lap 6, 7, 8, somewhere there, I saw Nismax had a lap car in front of him, and unfortunately they came together somehow.
Correct,
I didn't
there
see
was
it clearly.
contact, yes.
As I exited the corner, I saw, Nismax, Gav, and this, I can't remember who it was, I couldn't see nicely, but I was dodging cars left and right. And yeah, stuck in P2, just get behind Gav. I made a little bit of a mistake on the braking, and I tapped him, and I had wing damage for that 3/4 of that first stint. So yeah, just waiting for the rain, and when it came, it wasn't wet enough, and yeah, it was a tough race.
Not real puddles forming on there, just more that slippery top surface stuff. So yes, I can only imagine. But talking about contact, it's like there was quite a bit of pushing and shoving me into that first corner, and I think DW actually might have made contact with Moon as a result of him being shoved from behind. So you three think you were a bit lucky to escape there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought my aim was, because I know Gavin battles with the starts a little bit, and I thought,
yeah, rub it in.
If I can get a good start, I can at least jump in. But yeah, I also had a little bit of a shocker myself. But yeah, at least I kept third. So yeah, and Muna was also not far away from me.
Muna kept you guys honest.
Yeah, we were close on pace, very close. And indeed, I saw DW once that Nismax incident, and DW was behind me. I saw he was on the softs. I didn't know, and I thought, oh yeah, he's playing the long game.
Going over to DW, speaking of which, the long strategy starting on the slower tyre, and yet in the end to you guys as well, both of you actually pushed your tyres to right till that rain stop. You two, and then there were, in total you were 5 drivers who managed to keep your stops until that rain stop. So DW going the long stop, well done again. You have a reputation of keeping your tyres intact. How did that tyres actually keep up?
Oh no, it was good. I could have gone easy another 10 laps with that, even if the rain didn't stop. I wanted to go super soft and then hyper softs. That was my strategy, but I was unsure about the rain, and that's why I thought in Q2, let me do the slow tyre. I was almost out actually when qualified P9 in the Q2, but luckily that kept me going. And I know I didn't have the pace of these guys. Man, to me, this whole controller thing it feels like a new thing now.
Yeah, you were still on the pad, so yes,
But
Yeah,
not a
well
bad
that's
drive
how
for a
to do
guy
it.
that's been on the wheel for the last couple of weeks.
done.
But
Yeah, definitely.
And
definitely some
good
contact
battles
in the
with Mina
beginning,
as well.
right?
Yeah, no, I got a tap from
Yeah.
Cam, and then I tried to catch it, and then I touched Mina just a little bit. So my first stint, the whole first, I think, what 30 or 35 odd laps was with a broken wing.
But
Okay,
nicely done with not giving up. Gav Peak, a bit of a dive bomb at one stint. He went wide, but you two avoided each other. Second time around, he did it again. This time, he kept it just for you to take him back later on that lap. Well,
Yeah,
brilliant
I
driving,
thought,
keeping calm.
yeah, I didn't think I'm gonna catch him to be honest, because the corners was and he was on a faster tire as well. But luckily I had some spare ERS and fuel, and that's why I decided to go for it in the back straight.
And then, which brings me to third place and also my driver of the day, Gav Peak. At one stage
Hey.
inheriting that first position just to disconnect all the way down to 10th place when you reclaimed your car, drive yourself back from 10th, briefly into second position. What an awesome drive. Just give us a bit of in more perspective from your side.
Yeah, what a lucky race. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just too bad about the disconnection, but you know, these things happen. It's a really shame about Nismax. I think he would have been up here with us.
Yeah.
It's a bit of shame, but otherwise, great lap. I didn't make mistakes. Great race. I didn't make mistakes. Everything went well. A couple of back markers interfered, but other than that, no, great. Just too bad about the disconnection.
Speaking of mistakes, I only saw you ever make one mistake, and that was after DW reclaimed the second position. It's almost like you tried too hard and you lost some time in the last few laps.
Exactly. I was too trigger happy at the end there.
But you
I
were
really thought I was gonna.
you were really flying, catching him, and you were not too far off, was he? After you disconnect, of course. What big relief if see you can reclaim your car.
Yeah. At least I got my car back and I scored some points. So you know, we'll move on to the next one.
But gentlemen, to all three of you, well done. You kept it clean. You played the long game. You drove smart. You brought it back safely. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Thanks,
going to be a
Thank
close
you.
season. Close season with these guys. Just want to say big
Yeah,
up
I'm
to,
looking forward to this.
Gavin, Nismax. Obviously, the vet's got mega pace. It's going to be a great season. And then just to
Absolutely.
shout out for my teammate also getting into the points.
Yeah,
Lekker
mine as
Atman.
well. Lekker frik.
Only
Yeah,
two
yeah.
teams. Only two teams that managed to bring both cars home, and that is of course Mercedes and Williams. Haas was
Big thanks
Haas
to-
was close, but yeah, right at the end. Sorry for AD.
Yeah, and big thanks to you, Johan. Hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed yourself.
Big shout out to
I
the
hope you
new
enjoyed yourself. Yes.
Dag, thank you
man in
guys.
the
As always,
combox.
it was fun. Nice watching you
And
guys
yeah,
from
you
this.
would have also been up here if you were racing with us tonight. So yeah, good you in the box then.
Yeah, of course, watching after you guys. But guys,
Like
ladies
that.
and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Until the next one, all have a good night. Cheerio.
Cheers.
Just
Yes.